What it do, everybody? It's me, your boy AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. Listen, real quick, I got two things I want to talk about with y'all and see what the fuck y'all think. But before we get into that, well, you see both of them. Before we get into those, real quick, if this is your first time on this channel, even your first video, go ahead now and hit that subscribe bell so that when I upload these videos or go live, you can be one of the first ones to actually receive it. And to actually, yes, jump down in the comment section and let me know what you thought about the video, the topic, my opinion, and all that good stuff. And please also remember the thumbs up button, that's the like button. Hit that button every time you see this video, any of these videos. And last but not least, please make sure to share these damn videos. Stop being so damn selfish. I told y'all cousin, we family. Share with your other cousins, your family, your family friend, your neighbor, your coworker, all that good shit there. But yes, and real quick too, I'm taking a moment to refill my glass. I'm not no wino, y'all. But just like I told y'all in my last video, hopefully y'all can see this one. This video tonight is inspired by XXL wine. That bitch looks like a ghost. But see that? This is the strawberry grape one. And when I tell you, it gets you right. If you are a wine drinker, I drink wine occasionally, and some of it gives me a headache and all that stuff, most of them. But I can honestly say I drink this one. It gets me to where I need to go, and I'm not hungover the next day, and the flavors are fucking amazing. So if you haven't already, go out there and get you a bottle of this XXL wine, any flavor. I really love the peach. I favor the peach one, but this strawberry and grapes is really good. And shit, like I told y'all last time, I have several other flavors over there. But anyway, so yes, I've been sipping on that, so it inspired me to get on here and talk shit with the cousins, and I know y'all be loving that. So, ooh, shit. Hit the back of her palate real quick. Woo! All right, yes. So now, getting into the situations tonight. Shit. Woof. So yeah, getting into the topics real quick, because I don't want to be on here very long and hold you guys up. But real quick, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, of course, y'all know that the diddler is pretty much done, right? There's so much evidence. There's so many other cases that have been filed against him, civil lawsuit cases for, I don't know why everybody's saying essay, for fucking sexual assault. And we just recently seen the Cassie video from 2016 at the hotel that was leaked from CNN. I told y'all about that. I told y'all, if y'all ain't see it, go over there and look at it. And on top of that, he's been losing deal after deal for the most part, and they've been like major deals, right? And sometimes with these stars, when they go through this kind of shit, it seems as though there's not a whole lot to lose because there's such a big star like P. Diddy or the Diddler, aka, that it just doesn't seem like there's too much that they can lose, that they're pretty much going to regain their footing with whatever situation they currently have going on. Even though you may see endorsements pulled and contracts pulled, or you may hear on the news that somebody pulled out and all of this different shit. But when they go after your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame after the FBI done raided your house, the peoples is mad. So I don't know who the fuck got up one day and decided to go down there to the Hollywood Chambers of Commerce and talk to them people and tell them that they think that P. Diddy's Hollywood star should be removed from the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And it has been rejected. I mean, just simple as that, it's been rejected. The people over there at the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce say they don't have the power nor the authority to go down there and remove a celebrity star. They said their only role in that whole process is that they administer the ceremony, they pick the talent, who's going down at that moment, and they, fabricate the star and all that stuff and get it ready and get the ceremony and all that stuff. That's pretty much the extent of it. What they're saying is that they don't have that authority because, shit, that sidewalk that those Hollywood stars are on, is their claim is that it actually belongs to the city. It's city property, and that I guess it would be unlawful or damn, it's pretty much an act of Congress to get a star removed. So this was discussed before in 2015 with I think the former chief and executive of the Hollywood Chambers of Commerce over there that actually puts up the ceremony and all that shit and get the stars put down on the sidewalk. So I guess my whole thing is, I guess the better way is to go to the city and speak with some city official or the people that are actually granted access or have the permissions to do such a thing. Because look, let's not forget, this has been attempted several times before. And when I did my research, there has never been a star that went on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, in the Hollywood Walk of Fameism, that a star has been removed regardless of what the fuck went on with that particular person, celebrity, or whatever have you. We look back, they tried to get Donald Trump's star removed. They tried to get Bill Cosby's star removed. And their efforts were basically for no reason, you know? And then there was one of the guys, I forget the man's name, that went down there and beat the shit out of Donald Trump's star over there and busted it all up over there on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and they arrested him. And I would have thought then, I mean, since it's gone, I mean, fuck, why replace it? But clearly they replaced the star for Donald Trump. And at the end of the day, I say this. If there's going to be any change, just like all this other bullshit we got going on with fucking politics, which I'm probably going to give y'all, my next show is going to be on another topic. Y'all know I don't fuck with politics, but this one I have to tell y'all about. So 9 times out of 10 tomorrow, I'm going to put out another video letting you guys know, at least by Labor Day, letting you know what's going on with that. But in the meantime, in between time, let's get back to the diddler. And I feel like stuff like the Hollywood star of fame, I feel like that's the least of the situation. I feel like people are setting their sights on the wrong thing. And when I say that in regards to just like people with Charlemagne, and Cassie herself responded when she spoke out when the tape was leaked Thursday. You know, they were saying like, you know, the bigger issue at hand is the domestic abuse. And people are going after this man's star. That is not going to stop the domestic abuse. That is not playing a significant role in being some kind of activist in eradicating domestic violence. That's the furthest thing from it. I mean, these things start in the political sector. You know what I mean? For people, especially like Diddy. So I think we're focused on the wrong shit. Now, don't get me wrong. The diddler needs to be done. The diddler needs to be dealt with. You feel me? By all means. I'm only saying that priority-wise, we should be more focusing on the act. Because you see, it didn't work with Trump. It didn't work with Bill Cosby. It didn't work with R. Kelly. Because the simple fact of the matter is, people had the mindset, most of them had the mindset to separate the talent from the person. You know what I'm saying? So in this instant, people are still trying to go after his financial possessions and his name and all this. Yes, the name should be involved because this is the motherfucker, let's say the name out loud. He's the motherfucker that you know, created the act. I still gotta get to the hairdresser. I haven't been in the house doing nothing. But we still have to keep focused on the bigger picture because I feel like we as a people, we've lost focus on a lot of shit, cousins. We are focused on Jay-Z and Beyonce. We're focused on Quavo and them and they rap battles and Kendrick Lamar and whether Drake got a BBL or a pick implant and all that shit. And these and there's a bigger plan at play behind the scenes. And now I get it now when people say shit like, oh, they just entertaining us with this shit, distracting us with this over here while they're doing this. And like I said, my next video is going to be in more detail about what I'm talking about. But in all actuality, the rational side of me is saying, fuck attacking his career. We don't have time for that. We need to attack the issue that's at hand because, again, we've all turned our blind eyes, turned a blind eye to shit that is really, really important and things that would make a difference that actually impact us all. And what Diddy's doing, it'll impact us a little bit, you know, but not to the point socially, economically, and things like that, unless he's privy to people, which has been said, to people that has strings and can pull different things and make things happen. But I do believe that as a people, I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Chinese, Russian, Vietnamese, whatever. If you're living over here, you need to sit the fuck down and set your sights on something bigger. And I'm trying my best not to lapse over into what I want to talk about in my next video because it's brewing up in such a hurricane in me. It's something moving on the inside, and I know it's not the Holy Ghost because I done had it before, and this ain't that feeling. And I ain't never been pregnant, so I know fucking well that ain't it. You know? Never will be. But it's burning a fire in my breast that I want to talk about. But, again, that's for a later date. Now, as for the diddler, I'm going to say this. Off with his head. Fuck him. He's a lost cause at this point. We done lost R. Kelly. We done lost Bill Cosby. And we about to lose the diddler. There's many more that are going to fall. You all sitting around now thinking this is the biggest story to hit the press. Trust me, it's not. It's not. And he's not the first, and he will not be the last to fall. Fuck him. Let him deal with what he got to deal with. That's going to happen regardless of what we say or do. Because life has a way of working itself out to where a bitch going to get what they got coming to them. Even if it's their demise. And for the longest of time, people that roll with him, you know, like I said in my last video, some people have turned the other cheek and they see the other side to this bullshit after they saw that video. So my whole thing is, find the evidence you need. Find something that's current and handle the business at hand. Fuck all y'all talking about. Y'all want to see a black man fall. No, I want to see a motherfucker that's doing shit like he's been accused of doing. If he's guilty of it, I want to see the motherfucker fall. And I have no remorse for a motherfucker that's doing that kind of shit that he's been accused of and other motherfuckers. Lock him up, throw away the key, because if I was the judge, by the time he walked up in the motherfucking courtroom anyway, looking like a fucking mud duck, with them Chris Kring ass, click clacking ass, fapper lapping ass, mammy fucking buster cluster ass boots and shit, and these old fabricated ass fucking outfits talking about he's Zorro and all this other shit. His motherfucking security guard told you he was just like Sasha Fierce. He wanted to have a persona. He wanted to take over everybody else's life. Fuck that man. And for anybody to get on here on my channel and saying, oh, you just want to see a black man fall too, you ain't got no love in your heart. No, I have love for everybody. And whatever goes on with him, listen, I don't wish no death. I don't wish no bad luck. I only wish justice to be served. That's what I want. For him to get to pay for the fuck what he did to other people and victims and shit like that out there. And this is another message I have to people like Charleston White, one jingle-eyed ass over there. Well, I told y'all, I almost fell for Charleston White's okey-doke. But when I sit there and listen to that motherfucking one-eyed people, purple leader sit on that sofa and talk all that bullshit about the bitch had to be beaten, get in line and all this shit. These are the kind of motherfuckers I wish upon a star that they go to jail and motherfuckers do to them just what they say they doing to these females out here in these streets. Yes, I wish that upon you. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Kiss my ass and let the sun turn blue. I don't give a fuck. Because, first of all, how can we even take advice from a motherfucker like Charleston? Look how you walk around looking. He look like that fucking retired puppy from the Taco Bell commercial. I don't believe that dog died. I think that's Charleston White in earthly formation, of human formation, he's over here serving his, just doing his karma over here from all the tacos he been serving them people that been fucking up everybody's stomach with that cheap cheese. How can we take advice from an ugly motherfucker that ain't got no kind of reputation of dignity, respect, or honor, or nothing really good to say about a woman? I've never heard come out of Charleston White's mouth calling a black woman a queen. Not even his own wife. So how can we sit there and listen to this one-eyed, yells above, beady-eyed, one-ball-having motherfucker and telling us what the fuck to do or how we should think, or even defending this motherfucking man? Charleston White ain't a real man. And I hope this get to him and he can kiss my motherfucking ass, the darkest part of it. And I tell him that to his motherfucking face. I'm not Orlando Brown. You got me fucked up. We can be in the same motherfucking room. Bitch, when it's my time to talk, bitch, it's my time to talk. I don't give a fuck what you want to hear. But you over there trying to call that man out, talking about all the shit that happened to him over there at Disney and all that shit. I'm not Orlando, bitch. Put both of us in the same room. I'm going to still say my shit, and I'm not going to back down. And if he get out of sideline with all that fag shit and all that, bitch, you ain't nothing but a hoe, because I'm pretty sure as many times as he about to be in the jail, even probably overnight, he don't give me nothing but bitch energy. So I'm sure somebody done bit that bitch over and probably done fucked him sleeping. He a hoe to me. And I don't give a fuck. Stitch this motherfucking shit, take a motherfucking snippet of it, and send it right to him. I don't give a fuck. I'll stand my ground and say what the fuck I said here, because there is nowhere in the world that even if a nigga like Charleston White was to come in, and first of all, my sisters, nah. But if you came around with that bullshit, I don't give a fuck how many goons you got. You think them people's about to whoop your ass on that motherfucking stage over there at that show last year. You escaped a couple of ass whoopings. But I guarantee you, as full as it is over here, listen, I ain't making no threats, but I tell no lies. At the same time, like I said what the fuck I said, and I stand 10 toes down up in it. You can't sit here and listen to a motherfucker like that. Now, honestly, wish I'd have been there with Orlando Brown to defend the fact. Because I don't know what the fuck Orlando got to thinking. He went all off in the distance and started trying to find characters and shit to lapse into to deal with Charleston. You sit there and listen to some shit, this cross-eyed, street crosswalk eyeballed motherfucker. That bitch got a glass eye, and I'm pretty sure for good reason, because he done said some shit to the wrong motherfucker and they had to tune him up. I don't believe in no violence, but at the same time I said what I said, but I knew at the same time with him, his rebuttals always end with violence. There's moments where he can get on an interview and actually speak like a motherfucker that got some sense, but then there's 95% of the time that he speaks like a stupid, uneducated ass, ghetto, rotten, low down ass, snake in the trench wagon ass, bitch ass nigga. And that's why the likes of men like that, you talk about what Donald Trump and all that shit doing. He's the upper level demon. Trump is, bitch, you ain't nothing but a lower level demon. Talking about you ain't never been in Hollywood, you trying to get in. You'll never get in there. You'll never get in. They don't even like you. And most motherfuckers over there got both they eyeballs, bitch. Fuck you and Diddy. Talk all that bullshit. You may as well went to a motherfucking Diddy party, bitch. And you sound to me like you over there with Stevie J, old Rat King, mutant Ninja Turtle face looking ass over there with the bullshit defending the motherfucker. Y'all defend motherfuckers like that because when you defend motherfuckers like this for them kind of actions, as a man 9 times out of 10, that's because subconsciously you the kind of filthy motherfucker that would do some shit like he's been accused of. Or you done some shit like what he's been accused of. Not at this address. And why I say, crazy part about it, motherfuckers don't come for me in my DMs, my emails and chat and stuff like that. Whether it be D-list or G-list celebrities like Charleston White or whomever. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you left a comment. So, a comment is just like an opinion sometimes. Everybody got one like an asshole. And you got to expel shit. You got to expel waste. If your booty hole don't work in your bowel system and carrying on your intestinal tract and carrying on what you're supposed to be doing, pushing down the shit, then you got a problem. So, you know, go on and spew your shit. Let your booty hole throw up. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, I said what I said. And I still say the same thing to this bitch. I'm trying to think of who the boy was. He said he want to be in a room with him and he just want to fuck him up. It was another celebrity. I can't call his name right now. I saw the interview and I think I mentioned it in my last video. But that kind of stuff for a real man, when you see that kind of action, there is, at that point, the way it went down in that video, there was absolutely no motherfucking excuse for what the fuck happened. You ain't got no defense to it because this is a person that's trying to get away from you. And you madly whapped the fuck out that woman in the back of the fucking head. And you got this cross-eyed motherfucking wolf over here. What the fuck is that thing off Ice Age kept running around with that nut? That's what Charleston looked like. Fuck them. And at the end of the day, like I said what I say because this is what it means to me. And I don't know how y'all are. Like I said, for the fellas out there that do watch, you tell me what the fuck you think. Would you have allowed, because at the end of the day, like I said, had Cassie been my sister or even my cousin, just seeing that video from 2016, had I seen him, we'd have had to take it there. I don't give a fuck if we was at church, Bible study, prayer meeting, funeral, family union, the freak off. I don't give a fuck. From across the room at the freak off, you ain't hear no moans and groans of pleasure. That's me in the corner fucking him up. Fellas, agree with me. I know y'all got real men out there that's nowhere in the world. Even gay, bisexual, I don't give a fuck. There's something innately in you that will not let you stand by and watch a man abuse a woman. Hell, I'm not going to stand by and watch a woman abuse a man. Or a man abuse a man, or a woman abuse a woman. I'm just not here for that. That's never been my ministry. What I will do is come over and address the situation. You say, oh, this ain't none of your business. No. But morally, ethically, and emotionally, I just made it my business, bitch. And it's really no wonder because Charleston has already voiced his opinion saying that, oh, sometimes bitches got to be beat. Sometimes a bitch got to be knocked upside the head to be told. Who taught you this? And the thing is about Diddy and people like Charleston White, they know the right women to actually seek out. They see the signs, just like a molester or, a pedophile or some shit like they would. They see the signs that they have certain victims and criteria and protocol that they look for. They look for their weaknesses. They draw them in, they gain their confidence, they gain their trust. And all of a sudden, at one point, when that person decides to deny something or disagree, out comes motherfucking Hulk. And I say that to any man. And I tell you, any man right now watching, to my dating a man, one of my sisters, my nieces, my great nieces, or any of my female cousins, I'm telling you, there's an old TV show, a game show called Press Your Luck. Y'all might know about it. Some of y'all out there might know about it. Press your motherfucking luck and try me if you will. And I've always said, for the most part, with the females in my life and in my family and circle, they've been raised not to even tolerate that kind of shit. So chances are, by the time they call me, I'm just showing up by the time the coroner shows the fuck up. Or the ambulance, because you're going to be whining like a bitch. You're going to need your ambulance. That's right. We taught them how to be good with knives in the kitchen and outside that bitch. It'll never be. But I have such a low standard for men like that. My whole thing is, I might not be able to whoop your ass, but guess what? You still gonna know you've been in a fight. Ain't no doubt in my mind about that one. Cause chances are, like my grandma said, I'll whoop their ass to a rope like okra. I don't play behind that kind of stuff. And it's like I say, I'm not a violent man. I don't believe in violence at all. And that's why I say I don't want to even solve violence with violence. But I just can't watch. I can't stand by and watch that kind of stuff. As far as that Hollywood star, I think that Yappy Kodo looking bitch, fuck that star, and fuck him, quite frankly. I think, again, we need to set our sights on bigger shit. We thinking small when we need to be thinking big, bitch. Ain't that what the man said over there on the TikTok? Or it was man, woman, I don't know what the fuck it was. That somebody said over there on TikTok. And it's true. We need to stop letting the small things distract us from everyday life and what's actually going on that really is affecting us in small ways that add up into bigger things that somehow in the backgrounds of our lives daily operating is really affecting us. Mental health right now is the biggest thing that's been going on, that's having motherfuckers, you know, doing jackknifes off the sidewalks and shit like they did over there, you know, in First Wives Club. I was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And jumping off bridges and running. It's time out for that. We losing too many people to just mental health issues alone. And I'm honestly thankful that Cassie actually survived this whole situation for the 10-year span that I don't understand how the fuck she stayed there for 10 years dealing with that, because at the end of the day, the police would have been called to the house several times. Because I believe in equality. I believe, first of all, I'm not finna be in a relationship that's finna whoop my ass. If we ain't finna do that, I'm not doing that, right? But if for some reason you decide to lash out and deck me in my motherfucking eye, I feel like, okay, we on the same level of love. So I need to turn around, wrap you on your shit. We need to both walk around this bitch with ice packs. We both need to be sitting in therapy the next morning with our shit on swole. Because we ain't finna walk around. I'm not finna have my shit look. What it look like I have an upgrade, you ain't got one. I don't want to leave my baby out. So I don't understand the 10-year span to the full extent, but I don't want to sit up there and take anything away from her and what happened during that time and why it took so long for her to unfold and unpack all of this before our eyes. And part of it, I think, is because she watched what happened to Kim Porter, although it happened a few years ago. I think maybe in her mind, she probably was thinking like, shit, if I keep going at this rate, you know, it's just a matter of time before I end up like Kim Porter or some of the others. Like I say, y'all be over there sleeping on Jaguar, right? Fuck what y'all talking. Everybody be talking about Jack. She just crazy. She don't know what you're talking about. I get it. She don't sound all that here all the time. She don't sound like she always around here, you know what I'm saying, all the time. But you cannot discredit her for the fact that during the time before we had fucking cameras, phones, and all this other shit, and internet and all that stuff, to be seeing what the fuck is going on with the live and the Instagram and the TikTok and all these other, you know, social media platforms that we've been using to spy on bitches and keep up with motherfuckers and see, look intricately into their lives as they allowed us to on a daily basis. We didn't have those things back then, so Jaguar Wright is now supplying us with the now knowledge that she has. And honestly, I feel like we need to preserve this bitch because she knows some shit that we don't know. And I think it's true shit. Now, whether all of it is true, I do believe most of it. When you say most of it, AJ Red, what you mean? I'm going to say I believe probably about 80%. 75 to 80% of what she's telling. Simple fact is because she's been telling us about this fucking muffin man down Drury Lane for the longest. But nobody's paying no attention. She told us about the Pied Piper. Nobody paid no attention. She's sitting over there now on Vlad TV and other platforms telling us about plenty of other celebrities. And we over here, oh, she crazy. She was that much smoking that stuff. She about doing this. Yeah. We all got a little motherfucking craziness. I walk around this bitch had the time talking to myself. And if anybody catch me answering myself, they want to know if I'm okay. Fuck you mean? We trying to make a decision. So I got to ask the left side of my brain about to the right side. You know what I'm saying? We got to meet Moni in the middle. And sometimes the shit sound better out loud for you to make your decision instead of everything being trapped up in here. So I feel like again, getting back to that point I was trying to make earlier. And I'm going to further make it about us being more vigilant about more important shit instead of being blindsided about these people. These folk don't know us. We don't know them. We going on what these batches tell us and what these batches show us. And most of them are very selective in both of those. And more. Again, the only reason we are seeing these things is because, like the Simpsons told us, we got a phone now. We can see all the shit they got. I feel like one of them girls with a spaghetti strap shirt on. It's a white beater, but I done lost a few pounds and stuff, and I'm gaining other places. Never that was big, but it's like it's trying to swallow me. It's made for the beach mostly. But we don't know them people. Them people don't know us. When your rent come due on the 1st, can you call Nikki? Can you call the Beehive? Can you call Jay-Z? Yeah? Can you call Puff? Well, you probably want to call Puff because you fuck around there and get identified. You fuck come over there and shake that ass. And allegedly let about 15 people hit it and knock you out with probably some more hypnol and probably wake up with your butthole ripped. But the point I'm trying to make to you, all these celebrities that we idolize and stuff like that, these people don't know our name. They don't know our struggle. They don't even give a fuck about us. Well, when is the last time Beyonce sent me a penny? When's the last time Patti LaBelle or anybody sent me a Kern? Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? She take care of her family though. But she don't know me. She ain't putting shit over here on my books. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get back to the point of focusing on the construct of our home, our lives, our mental state and stability, and getting that back where it needs to be. Let them motherfuckers do what they're doing. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, if y'all thought I was saying we just not going to talk about it, oh, no. That was a misconception. Okay? We're going to talk about the shit. But I'm just saying, let us not be so focused on as far as our worldly views and what we put more of our energy and our time into thinking about these people, right? Oh shit, I'm 32 minutes in. I'm doing too much now. Fuck them, giving y'all a show as much as I can today, at least anyway. Niki Minaj. They say this morning she was, landing, I think, in Amsterdam. And she showed us video where she was being addressed and detained over in Amsterdam at the airport because they claimed they discovered an ample amount of a soft drug, which we come to find out was marijuana. She showed us a video live of her talking to the people, telling them that she ain't got shit, it ain't none of hers, her stuff is checked, she waiting to get her things right. Then she shows us, the next thing we see is that she's being detained and put in back of a vehicle like she's about to drive out. So a lot of y'all saying she's been arrested. I'm here to tell you Niki Minaj was not arrested. She was merely detained for a few moments because in the beginning, they said that her security guard, one of her security guards, admitted that the bag that was found with that soft drug identified as marijuana. That he admitted that it was his before they even came to her to address her when she recorded the first video and was telling them that, listen, bitch, I got a show to do, because she was scheduled to do a show in Manchester, England. I think it is, right? Yeah, Manchester, England. And she was saying in the video, she was like, I told y'all the whole deal is to make me arrive to my show late. Now, she mentioned this in the first video she recorded when they were actually speaking to her about it outside, after she made it outside the airport. But then when they wouldn't let her leave, the second video when she was detained inside of the vehicle, she was saying, listen, I told y'all in the first video that they were trying to make me late for my show. Because, of course, she's on the tour, is it Pink Friday? Fuck, let me look at my notes. I'm asking y'all shit. I done wrote the shit down somewhere. Fuck. The wine kicks in quick. But, yeah. So, she's on the Pink Friday tour part 2. And so, she's over there in the England sector. Over there in the European sector. And, so for those of you who think Niki Minaj got arrested, you can stand down. And for those of you who got excited, you can stand down as well. Nicki Minaj has not been arrested. She was merely detained for a few moments. But I liked how she handled herself. When they were telling her that she had to step into the vehicle and they were going to detain her and possibly arrest her, and she kept saying, like, okay, it's not mine. She handled herself like a 41-year-old woman, which she is. She's 41 years old. Versus how she would have handled herself maybe in her 30s, mid-30s for sure, and definitely her 20s, right? Because let's not forget, she was a wildcat, and all those times she and Cardi B met up, it was pretty much, you know, a brawl in the cat kennel. And they just could not set horses. Now, as to this day, I don't really think they really too much still get along, but I think they're a little bit more amicable than what they used to be. If you know about it for sure, drop down in the comment section and help me out with that and let me know for sure. But she's on that Pink Friday Part 2 tour. And she, of course, I'm sure she's going to get to make the show because the show was actually scheduled. I don't know what fucking Europe time is and whatever, but the show wasn't actually scheduled until 7 p.m. that night. So I do believe she was going to be able to make the show in time. And she was actually released with an apology from the people from the airport and the law enforcement there that kind of unlawfully detained her, if you will. Because at the end of the day, you have to think about it. Like, bitch, the luggage got a name on it. I mean, unless they fly when I'm pretty sure when she flies with a crew, what sense would it make as a person that has so much on the line to lose to say that all of my employees will fly under my name, all their luggage and stuff is booked under my name? That's not how it goes in the airport. You see what I'm saying? So when you go to the airport, I'm pretty sure when you show your ID and you present your luggage goes on the plane under your name. Holla if you hear me. Am I correct? Somebody holler back. Okay. Yes. So yes, your shit is booked under your name. So at the end of the day, if they found paraphernalia, it would seem to me, why the fuck would they come to her in the first place? Why would they not go to the passenger in which the name tag and all that stuff, for the claiming and all of that is on, and speak to that individual? And just because he's her employee doesn't give you the right at all to even detain her at all for even a moment's time. Now, maybe if you wanted to, grab him, frisk him, check him out, charge him up, or whatever the fuck the situation was, and you decided as goodwill to the employer, that you found that they're traveling together, to inform her, but she's going to find out anyway. And my whole thing is, I don't know if it was really his or if he was covering for Nicki. I'm just going to say maybe it was his. Fuck it. And if it was his, I mean, shit, maybe she'll fire his ass. Maybe he's going to be left over there in Amsterdam to figure out his own expenses for bail and whatnot if they detained him, because I haven't seen anything that said he was detained. There was no name dropped or anything like that. They just mentioned security, for what I seen when I did a little research, right? So, but even if it was hers that she covered, of course, have we not learned from Brittany Griner? When she went over there to Russia with them motherfucking cartridges, when that young man went over there to Russia, when that young man went over there to Russia, and got detained over there for like a year and some change, I believe, a long time, and they were just over there off a vape cartridge. Y'all have to understand, I don't give a fuck if you security, celebrity, whomever you are. When you are a U.S. citizen and you travel to these foreign countries, you have to understand that the laws in those countries don't work the same here. And I'm actually surprised that even though they detained Nicki, they allowed her to, after they requested her not to record them anymore in the conversation, they didn't beat her ass and drop her to the ground and, put a knee in her back, and suplex her to the floor and took the phone and shit like they probably would have done over here in the US of A. So when you go to these different countries, there's, you give and take. They let her record, even though they asked her to stop. And she said, no, I'm not going to stop recording because I don't know where I'm going when I get in that truck and I need a lawyer. I need an attorney. I'm not getting in there. But even the first video and the second video, she kept her composure. And the way they treated her, they even put her in the truck. And she still had her phone and still videotaping. You know, over here in the good old US of A, they fist to frisk your ass and bitch, they fist to take everything but your drawers. And they're about to go once you get down to central booking. Hello? Your jewelry, your rings, you know, your caps and all that stuff, your drawers, your shoes, your socks. They ain't giving you none of that shit when you go to the back. And that's usually at central booking they take it. But they won't let you record over here doing stuff like that in the US. It's very particular. But again, I'm saying you have to learn and know those laws when you go to those different countries. Just like you have to know laws over here in the USA when you go to different states. It's not the same in every state. Just like you know it's legal to go to Denver, you know what I'm saying, and go to a dispensary and buy marijuana, and you can sit, you know, you can be centralized and sit at your house or whatever have you that's approved by law, excuse me, and smoke it. But it's against the law to drive around and smoke. So, you know, in California, it's okay to walk around and smoke and stuff like that. They don't care. But everywhere they say it's pretty much illegal to drive and smoke. Louisiana, Texas, those states like that, if you caught with it 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be sentenced to life. I mean, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but shit. And then California got laws that still, even though they let you smoke weed and smoke the chronic, they got still got the 3-strike law that I know of. So you go over there and still fuck around with the wrong shit. And 3 times, and the third or the fourth one, I don't know which one they counting at, but at one of them points, round 3, you better start counting your strikes, because 9 times out of 10, you gonna fuck around and end up in the red top. And for a long time. For a long, long time. So we as people, we have to learn to understand that especially right now, in the social economic climate we have now, with the politicians that we have serving the laws they're trying to pass, the things they're doing in different countries, different states, and mostly in this country, it is affecting us big time. And we really have to come back down to earth and start understanding these laws in these states, these laws in these countries. Because I know there's people that sit over here in Louisiana and Texas and stuff and think, oh, I'm going over to Alabama and I'm gonna smoke me a good blunt. Now, yeah, if they catch your funky ass on the porch smoking that shit, you rest assured, chances are you're going to jail. You're going to jail, buddy. G-E-L all the way. Do not collect $200 and pass go. You're going to jail. And like the game, you ain't finna get no 3 motherfucking rolls to get out. Maybe 3 bank rolls to get out. But y'all have to understand, going to these other countries, when in Rome, do as Romans. And that's why I say everybody wants to go everywhere and be all these places, and that's fine. But you have to understand, one, the land of the lay. The lay of the land, I'm sorry. That's the one. I'm telling y'all, Tori, I know you said you was going to get you some of this XXL, and you should. If you ain't already got it, then cousin, listen. Your Sunday going to be bleak. Your Labor Day is going to be bleak. But, no, do your homework. Do your due diligence. Even if you're a celebrity, I don't give a fuck. You pay people enough money to figure out a whole lot of shit. Your lights, your sound, your wardrobe, your ride, your flights, your 5, 10-star hotels and shit like that. Pay somebody to get your legal team on it. And say, hey, listen, bitch, stop paying them a retainer for nothing. Make them bitches wait. Instead of having to work in the case of when things get hot, you ain't got no other choice but to call a lawyer. Make them bitches earn their buck. Hey, listen, coordinate with my assistant. I'm here to yonder ways. And I usually have to have me an ounce, you know what I'm saying, to smoke when I get ready to do my show or go on stage or whatever have you. And it's medicinal, whatever the case may be. Get your lawyer to look into that state or that country and find out what thus says the law. Because listen, I don't play. I don't fuck around. I don't play. When I'm going, so I've watched the law. I've seen the law several times. Plenty of episodes and seasons. I even know the if-then situations. I'm about ready to represent myself in case of some shit. But the bottom line I'm trying to tell you is, get your lawyer, let your lawyer check that shit out, and then you'll know what you can do. Because somebody was saying Amsterdam or Europe, where the fuck she was at over there, is legal. But what we don't understand is just like in Denver, it's legal. But at the same time, if you go over there to Denver, Colorado, I'm gonna say Colorado because that's the motherfucking state. You go there to Colorado, but mostly Denver, and you go over there and find you all you want and sack it up. Sack it up and bring it over here back to your hometown. And knowing your hometown and that place is legal, they still make it illegal because what you can't do is called damn near trafficking. You can't take that stuff from one place to another. That's per the TSA law. And most laws in that state will tell you, hey, listen, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Well, the law gonna tell you, but when you at them dispensaries and stuff like that, they'll tell you, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, I can't advise you, but that tells me, bitch, I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, if you gonna give me a, well, I can't advise you, you just did. You just motherfucking did for free. You feel me? So, I'm glad that she made it out unscathed. I'm glad that she didn't have to suffer any social backlash or social disgrace or embarrassment other than what she has. I'm glad that everything panned out in her favor and that she's able to go on with her life and have her show out there in Manchester, England. Now, for those of you who don't like Niki Minaj, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Bitch ain't done me nothing. Just saying. I'm not a huge fan of anything like that. I've listened to her music and stuff like that, especially the Pink Friday album, but I ain't no huge fan, but I don't dislike her until she do something to make me dislike her. So, at the end of the day, all is fair in love and war. And so if you don't like her and you wish her demise, then it's so bad for you. That's why everybody got their own protection and coverage, because motherfuckers always sitting around trying to wish another motherfucker bad luck. When you can be harnessing that power to manifest yourself a better life and more abundance and happiness and good health, you spend a good chunk of that shit wishing another bitch to fall. You're wasting energy. Use it on yourself. And I ain't talking about the negative energy. Turn that shit around and make it positive and use it for yourself. Spread good positive energy and stop being around here trying to be an old fucking fogey and a fuck around, or fuck boy, or fuck girl, or fuck talk. Because if you keep doing that, you're going to end up around the diddler. Okay? Or you're going to end up detained in a foreign country somewhere off a grain of weed. As for me and my freedom, I name it. Yeah, bibliocean, I claim it. I be motherfucker. If you're going to lock me up because I want to take an edible or a piece of weed from another country or state, I learned my lesson. Y'all want to teach a bitch a lesson? You wanted to use Brittany Griner. You wanted to take that young man and keep her over there in in Russia all that long time just to show the Americans that we have no power there. You know, and that we can fuck around and find out. Don't worry. I heard you loud and clear. Not only will I not be worried about bringing any cartridges into or out of your country, dear Russia, I won't be bringing my funky foot, pudding pop booty ass over there at all. At all. Ain't nothing for me in Russia. I done had plenty of white Russians. And, you know, some are good, some are, yeah. But I sure the fuck ain't got to go over there to try it. Won't get me caught up. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna discuss. And I knew some of I've been listening to Light the whole time. You see what this wine do? I done fucked up the whole time. Now at the last end part of the thing situation, now I done took my goofy grape looking ass. Now I'm going, child, great day in the morning. See what happens to your mind when you're too much focused on the diddler and all the rest of these people? Did y'all remember that commercial back in the day? Some of y'all do. When they show it on TV about drugs, you see, they show you an egg, they say, this is your brain. Show you a whole egg in the shell and shit. And then they crack that bitch and put it in the skillet and let that motherfucker sizzle. And then they say, this is your brain on drugs. The new drug now is lack of mental health. And if you fall into that bracket, if you fall into that rabbit hole, that abyss, you gonna have to do some digging and some self-healing to get yourself out. So I advise all of y'all, I never tell y'all, I never do a video without trying to inspire somebody. Self-healing is a must. You have to love yourself and heal those old wounds emotionally, some physically, and mentally, right? You have to always make sure that your mental health is intact. I don't care what, that's the first thing on your plate every single day. That should be the first thing. That's your breakfast. That's your mental breakfast, is to make sure that this up here is operating to the capacity in which you need it to do so for you to function on the level that you choose. So that means blotting out all that other fucked up energy and all that shit that Aunt Louise got going on, cutting Sabo and Rodney and Harrison and Louise and all. Fuck all them Charleston and Charles and Willie and fuck all them people. Because guess what? I always tell people in healthcare, my patient, oh, I'm doing this, taking care of my mother, taking care of my aunt, oh, my son, he's back home. Fuck them people. If you can't get, I'm saying, love them. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have this together and have all this, bibliosha together, you can't help anybody else. And as my grandfather said, if you dead, you damn sure can't do nothing for nobody else. So if you can't take care of yourself, how in the fuck you gonna take care of somebody else? I'm listening. Wise woman once told me, you know what? You done spend all this time in your life trying to save the motherfucking world and can't even save yourself. Wisest words I ever heard in my life. And I'm telling you, it can be looked at as being selfish, but you have to be selfish in order to have something to give anybody else. Iana Van Zant told us, what's in the glass belongs to me. And oh, bibliosha, if anywhere to spill over, you can have that. But what's in this glass is mine. Somebody ought to shout right there. See, I ain't no preacher or no bishop. Well, looking at TD Jakes, I don't want to be no bishop. But you see what I'm saying? I can listen, you ought to cut a rug right there. The power is within you. You have to believe in yourself that you can do what you want to do. And, bitch, listen, you're going to make it. There are so many days I've had dark days, even some here recently. I tell you all the time, I want to get on the camera, but I don't. Depression is creeping at my door and trying to fuck with me and fuck with my mental and the things I have going on in my life. And when I tell y'all, when certain things don't work on you, sometimes it starts to spread abroad to your family because it'll get your attention even more so, right? And you know why that is? It's because you care more about others than you do yourself. But when you show that with self-love to yourself, it for some reason everybody else sees it and they either want to get along or get gone. But you have to invest in yourself. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, all that. Build yourself up. Be your own first cheerleader and biggest fan. I've been working on the camera crew and all this different stuff for a while now. And every time I seem to get close, things fall apart. But y'all ain't see, that's part of some of the stuff I deal with. Trying to get this channel off the ground, and everything. But at the same time, with all success comes great struggle. Not like Diddy's. I don't want that. But I'm saying for something you love, if you're willing to struggle for it and really put the passion into it, it's going to work. Somehow or another, it's going to work. And like I said, with me being a one-man show, it's cool right now. Maybe those things happen for a reason, to where the people I signed up with or got on with or took on to help me with different projects just didn't work out. Maybe we didn't align and there was something that I was missing. But at the same time, oh, listen, there was something else that would see it, that could not miss it, and working on my behalf in the background. You feel me? So I'm going to stop talking. It's already at 55 minutes. But I love y'all. Don't give up on whatever it is you want to do. The world is too fucking big, and there's always room for your talent, your voice, your face, and all that good shit. Just make sure you bathe. If you got any public engagement, then brush your teeth. But anyway, I love you guys so much. If this is your first video, please go ahead now and hit that subscribe bell so that when I upload these videos or decide to go live, you can be one of the first ones to, yes, jump in the comments section and let me know what you thought about the video, the topic, my opinion, and whatever else you want to discuss. If you want me to cover some shit, let me know. Yes. Thumbs up, Buttercup. Or thumbs up, 7-up, or what the fuck they call it. Hit that thumbs up button. That's the like button. That lets everybody know you like the video. That lets me know you like that bitch. Y'all getting better at it. I'm going to keep encouraging y'all like the pastor do down at the church. Only problem is I ain't passing the collection plate. So, choose ye this day, I guess. And last but not least, please make sure to share these videos. Share them with your ugly cousin. Share them with your cute cousin. Share them with your cousin. Share them with your next door neighbor. Share them with your best friend. Share them with your, your associate. Share them with your coworker. If y'all fuck around like that, share them with your boss. I don't know what kind of relationship y'all got going on. Share them with the rest of your cousins. Because there ain't nothing but love over here. We talk shit, but it's all love. I'm out of here. Last but not least, I done did about 2 or 3 of them. The wine and kicked in for sure. Miss my lip. Last but not least, again, I love you guys so much and thank you for all that you do for me. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I tell y'all, I know I'm not as consistent as I should be, but I am getting better. It's difficult, but I'm getting there. You feel me? We gonna get that together. And I love you guys for everything you do. I really, really do. For the comment section, the thumbs up, the shares. I love you guys for all of that. Just spending time with me. I love you guys for that even more so. And I always want to make sure that you love yourself first and foremost, and love on those in which other, love on those who love you in the same way in return, because anybody got time for no laying you. I forgot my whole fucking spiel. I'm spinning wine and carrying on. Oh, August, new studio. So I guess a one-man show can work here, but you can't do it. Fuck that shit. Fuck the naysayers. Fuck the haters. I've done it. So August 9th, we'll be moving into the new studio. August 9th, August 10th. I think it's the 10th. Yeah, the 10th. And yep, I'll be broadcasting for there. But until then, I'll be right here, whatever time, this place, in this chair. All right, love y'all. Holla.